6 o'clock Eastern.
All right.
We're on the air, see? All right, guys, we don't have an exciting agenda, so all the public watching this show tonight, not real excited. Mr. Sean Denny will not be with us, celebrating his birth.
Huh?
Yeah, he said he's turning 30 again, so happy birthday, Mr. Denny. Real quick, thank you, Miss D. Was it D got these out? Or no, wasn't you, Eric? Because these are actually, you can read them, they make sense. Thank you for getting these out. Hopefully you all had a chance to peruse them. If there's any additions, comments, changes. If not, let me take a look here.
Move we accept the minutes.
All right, I will need a second there.
You're up, Helen.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye, all right. Well, Eric, give me something. Anything exciting from your seat?
Briefly, I'll update you on the Starrett Center. We did get all the painting done last
All right.
Tuesday. Looks very nice. Now they're
I don't even know. I have not.
flooring materials in.
Uh-huh.
We're supposed to start today, and we didn't see them today, so hopefully tomorrow they'll be there to start in the carpeted rooms. They think they'll have that done within 8 to 10 days, and then our Compass Design that's doing the wallpapering and what else? Oh, the upholstery. And they have the light fixtures and that sort of thing. She's on maternity leave, and so she should be back in a couple weeks, and we'll be able to get that squared away. So hopefully by the mid to late October, we'll have everything done and be ready to go. But it does look much brighter in there. It looks very good. Wanted to remind the board about it's not a park function, but we're going to be spending some time there with the stage and other things. But Loggers for Lawrence, it's a Oktoberfest beer sampling program put on by Indiana Taps. It's several different. I think there's 20 or 25 different vendors.
Yeah, Noblesville has their brew and wine fest too, up there at Forest Park.
Yeah. So that's September the 29th over here at Civic Plaza.
Okay.
Tickets are $30.
Can you get them online?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Go to Loggers for Lawrence, or Loggers of Lawrence.
Loggers of Lawrence?
Yeah.
Loggers or LAG?
LAGE.
I know, see if you guys are listening. LAGERS, Loggers of Lawrence?
Or you can go to the city website and
Don't have too many loggers.
Hell, you never know.
go from there.
Okay, but you can buy them from the city website too.
You can they'll direct you.
Oh, okay, good. I'll get that going.
That particular weekend, we also have the fall soccer tournament. The Pride Cup is that weekend.
Okay.
Last week in September. What else? Oh, we noticed some storm damage at the football field concession stand. Some shingles missing. And
Really? Okay.
dents and various things. So we called our Chubb Insurance. Their estimator came out. Actually, she went around with RJ yesterday, and they toured several of our facilities. And that one in particular, they're going to replace the roof. And then at Gin Park, they're still determining whether they'll replace the roof, but they are going to help offset the cost of new flooring.
Oh, really?
Some water damage to the old tile floor.
All right, that's a good start.
This winter we'll be able to do some improvements in there and hopefully finish that project up. So, but she went around and looked at Lee Road Park, and the field house there it's got some real issues. So I met with Dungy. What's his first name?
Not Tony.
Kevin Dungy.
Okay.
He's the acting president now, I guess.
What's he think?
The appraisal for the quote from Midwestern Mediation was $35,000. So hopefully we can come up with something. Hopefully insurance will cover a majority of that cost.
Okay.
If not,
I'll be blunt. If not, would it be better spent if it was demolished?
well,
I mean, I'm being honest and blunt here. If we're going to, it's not going to be one of those things that is going to slowly gum us to death. I mean, not being anti.
whether it's, yeah, if it's not, it needs to be just mothballed and go from there. Yeah.
Or torn down.
You know, Mark built the soccer building for that much, brand new.
Right.
$35,000. So
It's mothballs, just fancy way of it's going to weather away, kind of
Yeah.
like I'm doing.
Is it?
and Explorer Park,
Ongoing,
hopefully,
yeah.
or not Explorer Park, Tower Park. They hope to get the concrete poured next week and get it open by the end of the month, so we can.
And the the AT&T tower, is that going? When's that go away?
Well, it was supposed to go away before but they'll be responsible for any damage they do to the park area, so.
The neighbors are.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if you wanted to discuss the appropriation reports, actually, we're in pretty good shape. I didn't see anything that was,
Last month there was an issue with utilities. Any more
we haven't
concern?
resolved that yet.
The primary issue is again.
Well, we were spending money out of the non-reverting where it was supposed to all be coming out of the general account.
Okay.
It will probably be a housekeeping item for the controller's office at the end of the year.
Okay.
But on the non-reverting side, our revenues are actually, we're 91% for the year, so
Wow.
we assume we're going to meet that. They actually raised our projected revenue stream for next year, so
Well, that's
up to 205, I think it was. So hopefully with the Starrett Center remodel in Gin Park, we're really doing a lot more events at Gin Park, it seems like. I don't know if it's just information got out to the community, but we're having a lot more events out
Good.
there, so.
well, like people find out, they'll moan and complain saying, I can't believe it's that much. But then when they go shopping, they go, it's a pretty good bargain.
Yeah.
For sure.
And I still believe that since it's being taken care of in-house, it looks better. It really does. So, high five. Any chance of getting the pump out there fixed?
It's in the budget for next year. I put together a list of exterior painting. We've got some landscaping to do, some new doors in the facility. So it's about $50,000.
Okay, good, because it is our moneymaker.
Design next year, and that pump's
All right,
included in that.
all right.
But I was wondering, how much more could we rent that? Not an amount, but how many more times could we possibly rent it, do you think, without doing so much damage that we couldn't keep up?
With the Starrett Center, it seems, if the parties are good about cleaning up after themselves, we don't have a problem with the Friday, Saturday, Sunday event, with events. And we do that pretty often.
I guess what I'm saying is, are we below capacity?
Oh, yeah, I don't know what our rate is there, probably 45% maybe.
Probably
occupancy.
50 to 55%, I would say.
Yeah, we usually every weekend, if we have either,
Would you say 100 days out of the year easy?
yeah,
Are you counting weekdays?
Yeah.
oh, yeah, weekday, yeah, we've got
You're
a group on Mondays.
Oh, okay.
We've got several groups that are sporadic through the month, but usually 1 or 2 days a month.
Okay.
So, yeah, we've got room for, especially more weekday events
Okay.
out there, yeah.
But it's used, okay.
It is, yeah.
Well, real quick, from last month, Eric, anything on the issue of a guardrail along the open ditch on Harmon Way? Have you acted
Well,
on one?
again, the budget has us doing some work there next year. And in that process, we talked about that staff meeting, whether we can straighten that road out a little bit, take that curve out, so we're gonna reconstruct that curve. And the controller thinks we can get that to the engineers this winter and be ready to go first thing in the spring. So, but in the meantime, yeah, we need something if it's, so I'll reach out to with Jimmy Hennigan and find out if they can.
Speaking of that, I'll just caveat this, any chance of nothing else cold patching the potholes at the Starrett Center?
That was done last week.
Oh, okay.
2 weeks ago.
I
Yeah.
have to get in there. It's
There
been
you
a couple
go.
of weeks since I've been there. Hugs and kisses to Jimmy. Good job. Just a couple more other things. I've got, we got Indy Doo Day coming up on the 20th, 29th of September. And Eric, I'm going to be bringing over about 25 kids for chores in any of our parks. And that's just what I'm bringing over there, my International Baccalaureate kids and my senior cross-country kids. So just a heads up, and they're expecting, I don't know what else, the township, I know Grant had mentioned working on the path between Fall Creek Valley and Lee Road Park.
Yeah, I personally won't be there, but I'll let RJ know that.
I mean, there's always mulch, and like I said, kicked around doing the trimming, and if nothing else, at Fall Creek Park.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, the 28th, isn't it?
yeah, that Friday. Have we heard anything on our memorandum of understuff from our arts people?
No, we haven't. They got
They got it
they
submitted.
got to submit it, yeah.
Okay, that's what we asked for. Okay.
And Alicia
Alicia.
left their employment. She's now with the township.
Right.
So they've hired somebody else. I haven't met them yet. Tina met them yesterday, but so they're plugging along.
Okay.
So,
Colleagues, anything for Eric?
Yeah.
Well, we're down to some new business there. So, Eric, it appears we've got some quotes
okay.
for some playground equipment. You want to?
Well, and I
Just
have to apologize that I didn't
damn it, Eric.
really do my due diligence until the attorney called me out on it. But we've been putting out Game Time for years.
Right.
because
I've gotten used to that. Yeah.
familiar with the product. So I simply called Game Time up and had him quote and gave him a ballpark estimate on where our budget was. Mm-hmm. We're actually going to do 2 playgrounds at Veterans Park. One on the existing site, the northwest end, and then on the southeast end.
This would be a new one, right?
It will be new. It's closer to the little kids.
Uh-huh.
Anticipate more usage. And we're going to also put in a 2 to 5 year old tot area, and then a 5 to 12 year old, plus some handicap swings, and so we can hopefully get a broader base in there. So Game Time gave me the quote, and I took it to the attorney to review it, and he asked that I get additional quotes, so I sent for additional quotes, and so we've got 3 quotes that responded: Midwest, Miracle Midwest, Game Time, and Landscape Structures. Miracle did not break it down into individual. They have it on the quote, but it's just totals one lump sum. So
This includes just material, right?
it's just the playground. Yeah, we're
Okay.
going to do the install. We'll do the. We'll contract out the concrete border, but we'll
Okay.
do the install and then the playground surfacing after that. So with that much savings, I'm going to find out what their install rate would be and maybe help offset the guys doing all of it. But we'll see once we.
And this is, because like we chatted earlier, there's such a huge discrepancy here.
And we don't know why. The estimator, the CAD designers actually sent me the information. And what I simply did was send them the
I mean, you've done
layout
this.
of the game time equipment.
Right.
And they, this equipment's almost identical as far as the specifications. They might call one thing rung ladder where somebody else calls it a overhead climber or something.
Okay.
So but in all technicalities, it's the same equipment. So I don't know if it was the regional rep said that, they might have been burnt on some, and that we've only bought Miracle one time. That's
Right.
years ago. So maybe
Right.
they realized that,
They were out, they were two the other way.
yeah, they were.
I mean, I saw that number, okay.
Yes.
And I even called to
You chatted with.
certain, yeah,
Right.
and they said
Yeah.
that was their price, so.
Wow.
The
Well,
quality of the materials would be the same.
Yeah, the only real difference between the game time, their connection system is much more user-friendly than Miracle equipment. And that means where the decks go together against the upright columns, where the panels go in, the play panels and things. So it's just the collar system where game time is pretty specific. It goes together, and then the bolt goes through them.
is it more involved process?
Well, it's a better system, but Miracle just takes a little longer to do.
A little more cussing.
Yeah, probably.
Let's just be
Hang
honest.
knuckles and-
Bang knuckles
In
and
all
other thing.
reality, the equipment
It's the same.
has the same longevity.
Okay.
So as far as safety is concerned, it wouldn't be.
Yeah,
any
they're
difference
all
there.
they're standard.
If you could find out insulation, maybe it's
That would be
6.
my only question.
Yeah, Miracle carries a $5 million liability and their specifications as far as warranty of the equipment is just as good as game time or
Okay.
structure. It's 20 years generally, or 10 years on plastics and 20 years on metal. And
Okay.
so if we could get a recommendation to go with the Miracle Midwest, we'll get it ordered. And
When will it be installed? Are you looking, is that a springtime or late fall going into winter project?
probably it's 8 to 10 weeks for delivery. So,
And you pour the concrete in December?
we can pour it's
I didn't know if that.
Yeah,
Okay.
we'll preempt it by doing the borders now before the weather
Right.
turns bad, and then small amounts of concrete just
Right.
we can do in the winter. Yeah.
Okay. Well, colleagues, we need,
I move we accept Miracle Midwest.
No, I second.
those in favor?
Aye.
All right, Eric, let's get some new playground. People, it still amazed me how much, and I don't think people realize how much playground equipment is. Because I was going to ask, are we looking to update Tower Park anytime soon?
No, that was what
And did that,
the Jessup administration. So
Yeah.
it's
3 years, 3 or 4 years ago.
Yeah, I think it was
okay.
Been relatively-
Yeah, you're right.
this is the
We're
fourth.
good, losing my mind. All right, is there being no old business, anything from the board?
We were reviewing the budget.
Oh, I apologize, I jumped and yelled, yes,
Just real quickly,
timeline.
they.
Sorry, I apologize.
We do hope to have a 3% increase for all staff. Again, that's up to the department heads to prorate that, but
Right.
up to a 3%. So
What's the date of the next hearing?
the budget hearing, or it goes before the Finance Committee tomorrow at 6 o'clock.
Okay.
I'm not really sure how this year, if they're doing it any different. Last year, it was just kind of a general session, and they had discussion mostly with the controller. I don't
Right.
even know if we had any questions to us.
Okay. Who chairs the finance committee?
Giles,
Okay.
Terrell Giles.
Can I still come in?
We've instituted a tardy policy at Lawrence North that you have to go to the tardy kiosk. And you just get ridiculed.
And I'm not sure who all's on the Finance Committee.
Okay, but Giles, all right. And then a final approval by the committee or of the full council is?
It's their
You retired.
October,
Is it the third Tuesday?
I thought I was
no, it's the actual first meeting of the month.
Okay.
They hope to submit it for approval to the council mid-month this September, and then October 3rd, I think it is,
Yeah.
for the full council,
I've seen one of these.
the first.
Thanks, Dee, I knew.
Well, I wasn't listening. What did we say? What our overall increase would be for the Parks Department?
Right now, if we do have 400,000 in there, it's monies that are going towards the kind of a one-time issue, and it's the Harmon Way paving, 325,000, then 75,000 for Explorer Park Playground. So you back those out, we're about 1.3,
Okay.
which is an increase of about 100,000, plus the general, plus non-reverting, which is increasing next year.
So roughly a $300,000 upping. All right. That puts it at how much total?
Well, for 19, it'll be just right at 1.7 for the general account, the general fund, and
I'm reverting it.
non-reverting is 210, I think.
Okay, roughly $2 million. All right. It's nothing to sneeze at. Gives you a
Did we
little.
ever determine who is responsible for Harmon Way?
Yeah, have we
Well,
got,
again, the streets are going to pitch in $100,000, whether they know about it or not, but the street department is going to pay for probably engineering and then a portion of the design of the,
probably needs to go on the old catalog of roads at least.
well,
Since it's
everyone else thinks it is, so.
It's open 24 hours a day, isn't it?
Yeah, so it's a road, yeah.
To me, like,
Walk,
cities-
whack,
Yeah.
waddle, duck.
I don't-
How much money
Just
is the streets gonna pay?
They're paying $100,000, through one-time issue, we're paying $325,000 through the Parks Department. So 4.25 to do the, and hopefully it'll be enough, but
That's another thing. It's that people don't grasp. It's paving ain't cheap. You do it right, it's great. No, it's not a cheap undertaking.
so there might be some city forces
Oh, you don't know.
we've talked about if we straighten the road out, that we might do that with city forces,
Right.
put the road bed in and, and I hate to talk favorably about Jimmy Hennigan, but, he's got some expertise, and
Oh, yeah, he's, like I said, it's
Greg and.
institutional knowledge. There is no substitute for institutional knowledge, people. I don't care what anyone says. Yeah, it's a good placement. He knows one or two things about the roads around here. All right, anything else? That's how,
Public.
Miss Judith? You out playing? We're
No.
scolding you.
No.
Okay, well then-
I don't want to use her excuse. My mom is 90.
Oh,
And, some days this was not a good day for her, and so I set a rather brisk time from around St.
Right.
Vincent's, around 465.
Keep you skinny.
This time of day is
90, good
is
for her.
pretty anxiety.
I was gonna say, you didn't take any of those years off of her as a youngster, did you? Or add some of those years?
No.
Hell no, you're a saint.
I was the good child.
I was gonna say, she lives out, she's 90, what?
Yeah.
She's 90, she generally does pretty good, but she's,
Wow.
you know.
I want to make it to 56 or someday.
Judy, we've got a question to ask you about a vendor too, so, after the meeting.
Okay.
A vendor,
We'll ask you.
Huh?
You'll ask after the meeting?
yeah.
Okay. Well, I'd say we're adjourned.
All right.
I made it in the nick of time.
Oh, you did fine. 90. Good for her. My mom's 84.